All right, everybody, welcome back. You guys wanted to know more about the informal economy, and you know we love to go deep.
We do.
So today we're diving headfirst into the informal economy in Grenada.
Fascinating place to look at this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, when most people think about the informal economy, they maybe think like little street markets.
Right.
People selling some goods on the side.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's just the tip of the iceberg.
It is. The World Economic Forum actually estimates over 60% of global employment
Whoa.
is in the informal economy.
60%. That's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
That's a majority of people working.
Yeah.
So this isn't just a small thing. This is like a fundamental part of how the world works.
It is. And it's really fascinating to kind of dig into that and see what it looks like in different places.
Totally. I remember when I was in Grenada, I mean, every road you went down there was somebody selling something.
Right.
Food, clothes, jewelry.
Yeah.
It was so lively. Like every interaction was just full of that Grenadian spirit.
I think a lot of people who've traveled around the Caribbean have that experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like when we say informal economy, what exactly do we mean?
That's a really important distinction because sometimes people think informal economy means criminal activity,
Oh, right.
black market.
It's not that.
No.
Okay.
It's really about legitimate businesses. They're providing goods, providing services,
Right.
but they're operating outside of some of the typical regulations.
Like maybe they don't have all the permits or they're not officially registered as a business.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. And so you can have anything from a street vendor who is selling,
Right.
produce on the side of the road,
Yeah.
all the way up to a tech startup that maybe hasn't gone through all the formal incorporation procedures,
Wow.
but they're still providing a valuable service.
So it's a spectrum.
It is.
All right. So we know it's huge globally, obviously big in Grenada,
Mm-hmm.
but like, what's the real impact? What does it mean for the island?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it?
It is.
And it's a bit of a double-edged sword.
Okay. How so?
Well, on the one hand, you have the potential downsides.
Yeah.
Governments might be missing out on some tax revenue.
Oh, yeah. Because if the businesses aren't registered,
Right, they're not necessarily paying taxes in the same way.
and that tax money would usually go to like schools or hospitals or infrastructure.
Exactly.
That's a big deal.
It is. There's also the concern about worker protections.
Yeah. If you're not working in a formally regulated business, do you get the same rights?
Exactly. So that's something to think about.
Definitely some downsides there.
There are. But the other side of the coin is really important too.
Okay.
And that's that for a lot of people. This is a lifeline.
Okay.
This is how they put food on the table. This is how they provide for their families.
Especially if they don't have access to traditional jobs.
Exactly. And it can be a real source of empowerment too. To be your own boss, to kind of...
Yeah, take control of your livelihood.
Absolutely.
That's powerful.
And we can't forget the cultural impact either. Think about those bustling markets.
Oh, yeah.
The street food,
Oh, yeah.
the arts and crafts.
That's all part of the informal economy.
A lot of it is. Yeah.
It makes Grenada what it is.
It's a huge part of what makes it so vibrant and unique.
So it's like this really complex thing. You've got the economic side, you've got the social side, you've got the cultural side,
It's all intertwined.
and it's playing out in a really big way in a place like Grenada.
It is.
Okay, so I think we've got a good sense now of like what the informal economy is, what it looks like in Grenada. But I'm curious, like, what do you think about the future? I mean, this is a global phenomenon.
It is. And I think the question for all of us is how do we kind of harness this incredible entrepreneurial spirit?
Right.
Because there's so much energy there, so much creativity. How can we support that? How can we maybe address some of the challenges?
Right.
But really kind of leverage that to create more positive impact.
That's a great question. And I think it's one that we all need to be thinking about.
Yeah.
Because this isn't just about Grenada.
No,
This is about the future of work.
it is.
This is about how people are going to make a living, how communities are going to thrive.
Absolutely.
So much to think about. And as always, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the informal economy? How do you think we can support these entrepreneurs while addressing the challenges? Share your ideas, and let's continue this conversation together.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll catch you next time.